Okay. Um, whatever I say is my opinion, and according to me, my opinion matters because it's my life. So take whatever I say with a grain of salt. And today I'm gonna try to put together or explain more on how we are interconnected and how we play in each other's lives, and how we human beings repeat cycles. A couple episodes ago, I mentioned how this police officer abused his authority by taking advantage of others. And he got his, how we are interconnected, for one, realizing and reflecting back, I was saved in that situation because it was obvious that I wasn't his type. And looking back, I didn't even realize or know what kind of danger I was in at that moment. But luckily for me, I was blessed for not being in a situation, that harmed me in a mental way. But for the people that he actually affected, there's no telling how it messed with their mental. And he could have and it works as like in a whole. You see what I'm saying? He could have messed with a lady where, now she frowns upon men, all men, or could mess with a lady who have children and have boys, and now she's treating the boys some type of way because of what happened to her. And then mind you, as just as like that individual who's being affected, it's like it's contagious. Then they go on affecting others that comes on their path, because they don't know how to handle their issues. So unknowingly, they pass their issues on to other people, right? And that's just that situation. But it could be any situation. It could be a rapist, raping people, and say, get somebody pregnant, and for some reason, their belief or their personal beliefs or their religion or whatnot won't allow them to abort. But now they're raising this child with hatred because of the circumstances of how the child was even conceived. So now this child grow with whatever issues was put up upon them, thinking that they're no good and unworthy and all types of things, and then go around harming other people. So then those, that's how we live in cycles. That's how we keep on repeating things over and over and over again until one person is like, I had enough. This is not it. This is not right. And see, unfortunately, for that police officer, you know, somebody was able to speak up because he was young. He didn't have that many years in the police force, so he wasn't able to use that authority for his you know, to do his dirty work. You know, he had to find other means, and hopefully, you know, he didn't do nothing else, but ain't no telling. But the point is, we continue to repeat these cycles and not knowing what others are going through. So if anything, we have to learn to be compassionate towards others. And see, and then the whole thing about it, we know all of this, but we are not aware of our own actions. We are not aware of our own hurt, or we are, but we just don't want to face it. We just don't want to heal ourselves. We're always so eager to point the finger at others and see their wrongs, but we can't point within ourselves and fix ourselves. It's always somebody else doing something to us, but it's not us doing something to ourselves. I had this one lady at work or whatnot, and I thought we was cool, but we wasn't cool. But she told me that, you know, my problems was, you know, me. Maybe I had to look within me, because all the situations I was telling her, you know, people was really doing me dirtball dirty. And I got offended when she said that maybe the problem was me, because I know me, and it wasn't me. Like, you know, looking, it wasn't me. But as I'm exploring more of myself, the problem is me. And I own up to it. You know, of doing too much, or being too much, or you know, or just being blunt and just talking. Because, you know, I want to be the type of person where I'm able just to talk without somebody feeling some type of way. But I can't always be like that. But it's fine. Because, like, I'm able to speak without, I'm learning to go around certain words, but still tell the truth. Because the truth do hurt. But all the time, the truth needs to be spoken in order for the person to actually hear you. And I'm also learning, people hear you, but they don't understand you. You know, I might, like now I say, you know, we know, we hear this and we know this, but people don't understand it because they don't apply it to themselves. You know, it's always somebody else, but it's never them. Everybody always thinks they're perfect, but you're not. Nobody's perfect, because if you was perfect, you wouldn't be here. Whereas here, Earth, you wouldn't be here. There's something for you to clean up and fix. So just, and you might say, well, how do we, you know, start fixing? How do we start cleaning up? If anything, it's gonna be a long ass process. Cause I don't know when we jump from 7 billion people to 8 billion people. It's gonna be a long process, and we might not see it all within this lifetime, but ain't no telling. Because my nana was in her 70s when she got to see a black president in office, and she thought she would never witness that ever. You know, like eventually we will have a woman in office. I don't know when, but she's coming. You know, right? But we all play a role in each other's lives. We are all part of the puzzle. But the more we work on ourselves and focus on ourselves, the more we could send that love out to each other. And another thing, because I thought about, because I keep on saying that, I don't care about nobody, and I don't care about nobody, but I love everybody. But I love myself more, where I'm saving my soul. Okay? And that's what we all, maybe if we change our thinking on saving your souls, because I believe in reincarnation. Okay? Once our body dies, the soul go back up to somewhere. And it comes down to somewhere else. And if you don't want to come here and repeat the same life lessons that you failed at, maybe you ought to start changing your ways. And it's not the easiest thing to do, especially when you become aware of it, and then you gotta give up things. But mind you, you're only giving up things that don't serve your highest good. Like, me giving up meat, or tobacco, or alcohol, or marijuana. I'm like, what else? But see, but I was holding on to things that it wasn't for me. And if you kind of think about it, the things that's not for you that you hang on to, things don't go your way. But as you start releasing, life do actually become easier. It really does. I don't, and it's the small things. Remember, it's the small things that add on to the next thing that, eventually you keep on adding. It makes the whole better, just in general. Having a parking spot up front. I found an exercise DVD that they don't make no more, but I found it, somebody was selling it, for $20. The whole set. And it was brand new. It's a small wins that, then you feel good. And then you, you put that light out there because you feel good. Then you make somebody else feel good. Okay, so stop repeating the cycles. Be aware of the cycle. Pay attention. A lot of people say be in the present moment. Learn to be in the present moment and pay attention to what's being said and what's going on. Yeah. You get to see yourself. I don't know. Or do I? All right. Work on getting your head out of your ass. I love you.